It's the walk-in wardrobes, the PlayStation 3s and the Wii's. Legend of the Garden Pack. It's about as basic as it gets, this dressing room, in Premier League terms. And the reason we say all that in the Legends Lounge is because when people visit the ground, they ask us to see the real dressing room when we bring them in here. They expect all of the above. They expect the players to be mollycoddled, and they are down at the training ground, just not at the ground. They spend very, very little time in this ground. They come in an hour and a half before they play, and then they warm down after the game, and that's about it, as much time as they spend in this room. As I said, it is very, very basic. People visit like Man United's, Chelsea's, people go on tours around Barcelona's ground, the Bernabeu, Real Madrid, and they are very, very expensive, the dressing rooms. But all of the millions and millions of pounds they've spent on their dressing rooms, they can't buy the history of this dressing room. If you take a look at this photograph, I showed you this in the Legends Lounge. That is the late great Bill Shankly giving one of his famous team talks to the likes of Kevin Keegan, Roy Evans, Ian Callaghan. Take a look at that photograph, took in 1971, nearly 40 years ago, and have a look around this room. How much has changed really? Not that much. I mean, yeah, it's had a lick of paint. At the end of the last season, we had the 2 tellies put in for tactics for Roy Hodgson. Before that, we'd never even had a telly in this room. It's had a lick of paint. They put the leather rests in for the players' backs. Nice hair dryer there for Pepe Reina. But that's about it really. As I said, it is very, very basic. But what Bill Shankly brought to the club, and what stayed with us ever since, except with the recent form, if you ignore that, is kind of a unity. If you take a look at the players' shirts, they're set out in a specific order of the formation. It goes goalkeeper to defenders to midfielders to strikers. The reason for that, when Shankly was the manager, the team consisted of all British players. We had the English, the Scottish, the Welsh, the Irish, and what he didn't want is little cliques going on. He didn't want segregation. The Welsh lads in one corner having a natter in Welsh, the other lads the Scottish lads having a natter in one corner. He wanted a team in the formation. So, for instance, Jamie Carragher, Martin Skirtle, the centre-back pair for Liverpool, they sit next to each other. They can talk about what striker they're going to face on any given day. And it has been a winning formula, and a lot of other clubs have adopted that formula over the years. Behind this door is the bath and the shower room. We have to keep it locked in case any women try and sneak in there and have a look at the players in the nakedness. That is actually the truth though. We did have a woman in here a couple of years ago it was, and we used to leave that open for people to see, and a woman tried to hide in there till the end of the tour and got caught. And we even had some fellas hiding in there, but that's a different story. So in there is 7 showers and 2 sunken baths, and after the game they fill the baths up with ice, and they put on the hot showers, and they get in the hot shower and then jump in the ice baths, and that relaxes the muscles, make sure they don't get any wears and tears. I mentioned the boot room before. 2 years ago, I think it was, Rafael Benitez, with Liverpool weren't doing too well at the time, so he wanted to kind of reinvigorate the squad. So he was reading up on the history, he knew about the boot room, and Rafael Benitez had his own boot room created. It's behind that door there. All it is just basically a scaled down version of this. But him, Sammy Lee and Mauricio Pellegrino used to go in there before the game and talk tactics. As a player, you don't just waltz in there, you have to be invited. So you've either done really, really well, or you're going in there to get scrubbed from the sheet, so it can be very, very nerve-wracking. So you've seen the home team dressing room. I'll open up the away team dressing room for you to see in a minute if any of you guys support any other teams. Any Wolves fans in here today? No? Put your hand up if you support Liverpool for us. Alright, nearly everyone. Put your hand up if you support any other team. Come on, be brave, you won't throw you out. Who do you support, mate?
Chelsea.
Who? Oh, Chelsea. No, I'm only joking. Who do you support, mate? Man U. Well, whoever you support. I can't say anything to them. They're only kids. Who do you support, mate? Everton. Well, whoever you support, except for him, whoever you support, you're all welcome here, guys. And I'll open up the away team dressing room for you now. If you think this is basic, It's pretty grim in there, let me tell you. This has got a non-slip floor. There's no non-slip floor in there. This is soundproof. There's no soundproofing in there. This is heated. There's no heating in there. This is air conditioned. There's no air conditioning in there. It is bigger. We are kind here at Anfield because they have to bring their own drinks and medical equipment. So it is a little bit bigger, but it is very, very basic. So I'll give you the chance now. Just have a few more photographs in here. I'll open up the away team dressing room and then we'll meet outside at the This Is Anfield sign. All we'll ask is just leave the shirts on the hangers and the hangers on the case for us, guys.
Yeah.